welcome to my channel. I'm making another video. Look, y'all, I'm so proud of myself. You know when you're just proud of yourself, you're like, I'm doing it. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Doll, Dust of Love and Light, and I'm sending so much dust of love and light your way, and in hopes that you're sending them back to me, I'm receiving as well. Thank you. So I'm really excited about today's topic. So I wanted to talk about food, weight loss, what to eat, what not to eat. I am not a doctor. I am even new to all of this. I just wanted to share with you what has been working for me, and like everything else, take it, and if it works for you, if it makes sense to you even a little bit, think about it. Just think about it. I actually just wanted to talk about food and what we put in our body and what I put in my body. It's a very heated topic, and one of the reasons I actually wanted to talk about this is because, like always, everybody's talking about weight and weight loss. It's getting warm in here. It's getting hot up in here in Canada, Toronto, where I'm at. And so as you can imagine, more than before, people are talking about weight loss and losing weight and gaining weight and what they're eating, what they're not eating, and stopping themselves from eating certain things and so on. And I have a different way of looking at things, and so I thought I'd share it. I've gone through that process as well, where I was trying to lose weight. I started this process and I was like, okay, I want to lose weight, and I was controlling myself and trying to stop myself from eating certain foods and so on. And then I had a kid, and that sort of played into the weight gain as well. But then I started realizing, wait a second, like, what am I even trying to do? Like, I don't really eat bad foods because I'm not naturally into the snacks and the chips and all that stuff, right? I will eat it, but it's not something I purchase for myself. I'm not a huge pop drinker. Like, those were naturally not me. And then when I gained weight, and then I was getting into that space of, oh, I want to lose weight. I was like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this. And it was like, wait a second. You're not doing anything wrong here anyways, like, because I was not eating those things. I was eating too much of what I was eating, and so I just needed portion control. And so as I was working on portion control, I finally got to my goal weight of like 135. So I started off, so I had my daughter at 204. So okay, before I got pregnant, I was I'm gonna go at 165. No. Okay, yeah, yes. I was 165 before I gave birth to my daughter. I'm 5'7", and then by the time I gave birth to my daughter, I was 204. And then I got to, without any effort whatsoever, I got to about 175, right? And then for the last 5 pounds, it just wouldn't come off. And then I got to a point where I was like, well, I used to be back in the day like 130, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting to 160. I don't want to start losing control, and the next thing you know, even if I get down to 170, I creep up to 170 again, and I creep up to 180, and the older you get, you just sort of, lose weight, gain weight. So I was like, okay, I don't want to go back into that cycle. So like, what's happening here? Why did I gain weight? That sort of thing. But so either ways, I was eating what I was eating. I was doing more portion control, and then it was challenging. I remember one day just being like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not doing this forever. I am not gonna be watching my food, watching what I eat, being worried about my body. I can't do this forever, That's how I felt. I was just so frustrated with the process and the progress and so on. But anyhow, fast forward now. I got to about my goal weight, which was 135. And I got to 135, and I kept weighing myself. I just kept weighing myself. I was like, okay, it'd be kind of cool to be like 120, no, not 120, to 130, 125. That'd be kind of interesting to see what I look like. So I'm like, I wouldn't mind losing that much weight, but like, I'm happy at 135. But I kept weighing myself, and that seemed odd to me. And so I thought to myself, this doesn't make sense. And then it started hitting me, what is 135? Like, what does that mean? And I realized I had no idea what my weight meant. And 135 now, this is approximately my goal weight. Now that I'm here, why do I keep weighing myself? What does it even mean? How do I feel about this? And then I started to realize how that number didn't mean much to me anymore, and I wasn't even sure what that number was. I decided that I would just stop weighing myself. So I don't weigh myself anymore. I just go in my body. The last time though, I forgot why I was on a scale, but I just happened to be on a scale and I was like, I don't remember. But I was lower than 135. That's all. So, when it comes to food though, what changed for me is that like I said, I'm not naturally attracted to, if it's processed, I don't want it. I don't trust processed foods. I don't trust frozen foods. I don't trust foods that have been out for a while. I prefer foods that I make, made by me, made from home. It just made more sense to me. I actually have always gravitated towards that. So like even in university, I feel like I was doing more home cooked meals. And at one point I did, I think, with the ability to order food just so easily and so efficiently, like you boop, 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 you got food, and I got really into that. I had fun with that and I had a great time with that. But my thing now is, I would say I more so follow the intermittent fasting route. But the thing is, I've always followed this route before I knew it was a route. Even in high school, I was ultimately an intermittent faster. Yeah, that's just, in university I was the same thing, because I never did eat breakfast. I would spend longer hours not eating, and then I would eat the bulk of my food at a certain amount of time. So for example, when I was a student, I was not eating breakfast, I was not eating lunch, and then when I got home for dinner, dinner was so good, I would be like, so like that's always sort of how my eating pattern is. So now that I've heard about intermittent fasting, I'm like, oh, yeah, so I do pretty much do intermittent fasting, which is the great thing about it too. And now just being the way I am, I'm not strict on it. I just don't eat when I don't eat, and then I eat when I eat. And oftentimes it's because I'm doing something else, I'm busy, I'm occupied, I don't feel like it, there's no meal, I really have no desire or something. But if I really want to eat, I just eat. Like, I really have no control over that now. I eat whatever I want, whenever I want, but do keep in mind, whatever I want, whenever I want, means that I'm vegan. So my veganism is more into, my desire is to be a raw vegan. So I don't eat imitation meat. I don't enjoy eating imitation meat. I've had burgers and I will eat them here and there, but like they're not a part of my diet. I do not eat imitation meats. I eat soy. So yeah, I'm vegan. I do not enjoy processed foods. I do not enjoy like pops. I do not buy pops. I do not even buy pops at my house. Like I can't remember the last time, like my husband will order and sometimes it'll come with pop, but I'm not really drinking it. It's not mine. We do orange juice, and I love orange juice. I just love orange juice. So we buy orange juice, but we don't buy it every time we go shopping. We buy it like maybe once every few months or twice, or we'll go through a period of like 2 weeks where every time we go grocery shopping, or if we go more than once, we'll buy it. But then after that, we just don't buy it, and so we don't drink really any juice. So we're really just drinking water. I don't drink. I desire to drink more water, but all I drink is water. Auntie. I don't drink coffee. But I have this whole thing about my body. I love my body and I'm grateful for it. And so for me, it's not about limiting what I eat and what I don't eat, or not doing this or not doing that. It's just thinking about, what is my body like and how does it feel when I do this and when I do that? Like right now, I can feel myself being a bit more, into like a bit more turned off of pastas and rice, because I realize how heavy they make me feel. Like, no one has to tell me that rice or pasta is bad for me. I don't need you to say anything. No one has to do any of that. You just eat the foods, you see how you feel, and you go from there. Now, this whole thing is seeing how you feel. It takes effort. It takes you paying attention. It takes you being attentive. That's the work. You have to be attentive to your body. But my idea is that I love my body, and I want to be attentive to it. I want to know what makes it feel good. And I've had a few enlightenment gurus who have said that the body is just this huge, beautiful, powerful machine. It's efficient, it works on its own, it does amazing things. It doesn't need you to be counting calories. It doesn't need you to be telling it what to do and how to do it, and it can't do gluten, it can't do that. The body can do whatever it can. It's just about finding that balance of everything. Like, I totally will eat McDonald's and I will eat whatever else I want to eat. I just don't normalize that. And that's it. It's just finding that balance of, I enjoy McDonald's, I enjoy Harvey's, I enjoy vegetables, I enjoy fruits. What is this balance that makes me feel good inside? Right? I will tell you though, I do love vegetables. Like, I love vegetables. I love all vegetables raw. I love raw vegetables. I can't, because you just put it in your mouth and it's just so juicy and it's so crunchy and it's just that. Meanwhile, right in your mouth, it's just juices. Like, how cool is that? Like, vegetables do that to me. They're just so juicy. Like, I love broccolis in my stir fries, because when you put broccolis in your stir fry, right? Because of the way broccolis are, they absorb all of the juices, right? So you take just one broccoli and you put it in your mouth with a whole bunch of rice, and all the juices just explode from inside that are hiding in all of the leaves. They just explode. I love bok choy. Bok choy is so good. It's the same level of juices everywhere. So I love vegetables. I love fruits. And I do love my greens. I have to say, I feel like there's a lot of push for, because I always think, oh, I don't love greens so much, but that's not true. I love green vegetables. The only green vegetable I think I don't eat as often as I'd like is kale. And I've made it and it's been amazing. And I'm just, oh my God, kale. And I've made it and it's been horrible. So it's just a matter of me making it right. And I think it's a bit harder for me because it's bitter. So you have to get just the right amount of seasoning. Because it's leafy, the seasoning needs to be all leveled out before you put the vegetables, and you need to stir it all right. And anyway, sometimes my food is bomb and I'm just like, oh, this kale is alive. But I love my green vegetables though. I love vegetables, and I mean, fruits are fruits. They're so delicious, and I love fruits as well. So I really I enjoy food, and I think to myself, is this good for my body? How close to nature is this? How natural is this? Like I said, my ultimate goal is to be raw vegan, because my daughter's daycare teacher said to me the other day that the sun cooks all the food. When you cook it again, you're only ruining the nutrients. And I thought, yes, because that is exactly how I feel, and that is why I want to be raw vegan, because I believe that my mom says this as well, all of the nutrients is in that thing in its most pure natural form. And so when you cook it, when you manipulate it, when you change it into something that it's not, it's just like humans, right? You are who you are, and when you try to change yourself, when you try to manipulate yourself, when you try to morph yourself into something different, you lose that true essence. And so you want to eat foods that are in its most natural form, because you know that is what is best for your body. And you love your body, and you know that your body deserves the very best. And the way this started for me was, I thought to myself, my body has been so amazing to me all these years. Like, I've done track, I've traveled, I've gone up high, I've jumped, I've swam, I've lost my breath, I've almost drowned once. My body saved me all those times, and I thought, how do I thank it? Your body is like your mom. It's always there. It's like your favorite blanket, your favorite everything. It's like the best of everything. It's always there with you. And it's like, how do I thank this awesome vessel that's always with me? And I thought to myself, the best way is to eat right. And I didn't even have exercise in my notes, because exercise is not as big on my list as well. Like, it's not as big. I truly believe it's mostly in the foods that you eat. It's what you actually think about. And in most cases, what we put in our body, our foods, is the one thing that really goes inside of us. It's absorbed by us. So why wouldn't you want it in its most natural form? As for exercise and being physical, I really just move my body. That's all I care about. I care about moving my body, just doing something like this. Like, as long as I can do these things, like, I'm moving my body. So I do a lot of dancing. I do quite a bit of yoga. I might do some yoga on this channel for fun. Yeah, I just move my body, and as long as I know that I've moved my body for the day consciously or excitedly, I know that I've done something well. Whether it's just going outside for a walk, for me, I do feel like my physical activity needs to be more intense because of my back pain. So I feel like there's still something I need to release. Right now, I do have some tension in my back that I'm still trying to release, and every time I move, and I move in vast quantities, I feel that release, and I just feel like I need to be very consistent with that. But just overall though, my deepest understanding of body movement is just that, body movement. Whether you're in a gym or you're outside or in a park or in your bedroom or in your house, like, move your body, and you can do that through dance. And I can literally dance, and my dancing I got videos too. My dancing is just jumping. Sometimes I just jump for like 3 minutes straight. By the end of it, I'm in sweat. You can't tell me that wasn't a full workout, because it was. I feel liberated, and that's what matters. So when it comes to your body, I'd say the first step is really looking inwards. Why are you trying to lose weight? Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the importance there? How does your body benefit from that? And that is the key thing there. So, another great video. This was so much fun. Thank you for being here again. I am grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your presence. And we'll chat again soon.